With Reanimal coming round the corner at Gamescom on the 1st of August, we have some really interesting news that has just been shared across on Twitter, and it's about the Reanimal Collector's Edition. Hello everyone, my name is Just Jord, and welcome to this video. If you like Reanimal content, news and theories, make sure you hit subscribe because that is what I am here for, and of course that's what this video is. But anyway, shameless self-promotion out of the way, let's actually talk about what it is that's going on today. So, Reanimal. We know we're going to get a new update soon on the 1st of August because of Gamescom. But before this, we have actually got an interesting bit of information thanks to the Twitter post from Coco Bon Plan. Now, I don't know if that is the correct pronunciation because it's French again. I only saw this tweet because of Gab, and thanks to Gab for linking me the original post too. But this tweet actually is, of course, written in French, and it translates to someone once again raised their hand in the meeting when they should have stayed silent for eternity. Now, I don't exactly know what that kind of means, if that's translated correctly, but you know, it's Twitter, so who knows. But they have shown us what is planned to be revealed, or suspected to be revealed, on August 1st. This looks like it's going to be the collector's edition of Reanimal. Now, super exciting news. Of course, take it with a grain of salt because it is a leak and not posted by the official THQ pages or Tarsia themselves. But it looks promising, and I say that because there's a lot going on in the image. It's creditable, the source is creditable, so I think the stars are aligning. We are getting some news before August 1st, and of course, this is still public, so of course we're okay to cover it. But there is a slight hiccup. There has been an extra bit of information passed on regarding statues, prices and things like that, because it was shown on the THQ Nordic storefront. Now that has since been removed, so I believe that has intentionally been pulled. So with respect to Tarsia and THQ, I won't be showing that, but this collector's edition image is still live and it's still being shared, so I'm assuming that this is fair game of some sorts. Now, let's get on to the absolute juicy center of this, the collector's edition. Again, every Little Nightmares fan, every Reanimal fan is going to be short of change this year because, quite frankly, it's looking to be an expensive one for anyone that enjoys quality horror. Because, as you can see from the Reanimal Collector's Edition, it comes with the following: game, which of course is obviously the base game, and that's on PS5, Xbox Series X, PC, and of course Nintendo Switch 2. Now, I believe Switch 1 isn't here. From my personal assumption, I'm going to think it's optimization reasons they can't build one for a version of Switch 1. And I'm just going to assume that the Switch 1 won't be able to run the Unreal Engine 5 Reanimal game just entirely, just because of how intense it's going to be. And of course it comes with an art book, stickers, the pig statue, which looks to be a decent size as you can see on the screen. We've got a keychain, an exclusive box, and a season pass, but we'll get to that in a second. Bucket statue, which I believe is one of the characters, and of course the map poster. Now that is quite the collection box, and there's a few things I really do want to highlight here. And of course the first thing is obviously what everyone's thinking: season pass and a pre-order DLC. Now, this is exciting just for a numerous amount of reasons, but it also shows us that they want Reanimal to go further and further, and they want to expand on the story from what we see in the base game, which I am all for. And I'm hoping they do more sort of correlation DLCs with multiplayer and things like that, and possibly explore even more twisted areas and parts of the world that Reanimal is set in. And again, a pre-order DLC is interesting because we don't know if it's possibly just a cosmetic or an extra area in the game just for the little bit of support. And my guess is that it is going to be probably a little bit of an expanded area within the base game. As like the first story that we play, that will get a little bit of an expansion and probably a cosmetic to go on top of that. Because again, I feel like they are going for the long run with Reanimal. I think they're going to be telling a good few stories going forward. And again, the season pass speaks volumes to that. The season pass is basically them backing it up from the get-go. So it's safe to say the base game of Reanimal isn't going to be the ending of Reanimal, which I am looking super forward to. And again, I think they're really going for the long run with Reanimal. I think they've got a few good stories to tell with it, and I think they're going to do that. And again, the season pass backs that up, and I think they're going to put their money where their mouth is, and they're going to give us a quality product, quality experience, and a quality story to go with it. Now, of course, with that out of the way, we've got to talk about the map poster. Again, I love the map poster because I don't think enough games come with physical posters anymore. I want stuff to hang up on the wall. I love it when games include it. But of course, we've got to talk about the map poster. So, the sub-tag of the map poster is Unreliable Memories. Now, who knows what that means? Who knows what it's alluding to? Of course, I believe we'll find out as the game goes on. But it's really interesting. It seems to be a coloured-in map, of course, but it looks to be altered and drawn on from the children's perspective, and it all includes these key areas from what we see in the trailer. And just going from the top down, of course, we can see the crumbling buildings on the cliff face. We can see the building on the sort of struts that is in the water, kind of like a rig, if you will, of some sort. We can see someone standing on a little pile of something with a light, and that is one of the children, because of course there is an outline of one child on it. And then next to that we see two children looking like they're sort of fishing in this little whirlpool section. And again, that's where I think another set of children will be. And again, one of the main monsters that we have seen in the trailer, which is like that kind of deer skeleton sort of sea creature, I think that's what this drawing is alluding to and hinting and warning the reader about. And of course, we also get another child or some kind of creature that they're referencing while drawing at the bottom of that little curved island. And it looks to be like it's sitting or resting. And then, of course, we get something really interesting at the bottom right. And it looks like it's an icon with a key. Now, this looks like a locked away area. And what's really strange about this is that beside this icon, there seems to be a dead whale or maybe a broken boat. But to me, it does look like a whale. And this is interesting as well because it looks to be also kind of like a treasure map in that sense. Because again, the centerpiece itself has an X on it. So X marks a spot and there's a way in, as we can see with the arrow. Now, who wrote this beforehand? We don't know. Again, this might be why it's called Unreliable Memories, because this is all they could remember from their journey. But also one interesting thing as well is the compass in the bottom left, and it doesn't point to true north, east, south and west. This looks to be quite a convoluted version of the compass. It's meant to sway you. It's meant to confuse you. This place obviously doesn't make sense or never will make sense. And of course, if you study the poster a little bit deeper, you can actually see a lot of the key elements that we see in the trailer, like the mines and the broken ships again, and things like that. So again, have a good look. I can blow the image up as much as I can, but that's all I can really do with it. But if you do want to go have a look, I will have the links in the description below, because of course, we would love to come up with our own theories and assumptions, don't we? It's what we're here for. But with that being said, I am super intrigued. I think this is really paving a way for a really exciting announcement for August 1st at Gamescom. Also, one interesting thing to note is the age rating. It's 16, which means I think we're going to be seeing a lot of unsettling items in Reanimal, and I am looking forward to it. But of course, with that being said, let me know what you think in the comments below. And again, if you do enjoy Reanimal and content like that and news, theories, everything in between, make sure you hit subscribe, because of course we'll be covering it like mad when it comes out. I currently am working on a Little Nightmares video as well, which will be coming out soon on the back of this one. So again, if you like that kind of content, if you're into that kind of genre and content and gameplay type, hit subscribe. It really helps me, it helps the channel, and of course you'll be doing me a massive favor, so I appreciate it. But with that being said, let me know what you think. Of course, I'm going to be streaming the August 1st Gamescom event on the channel, so again, if that's something that interests you too, let me know what you think in the comments below, what you think about the art book, the hints of the stickers. Are you excited for Reanimal? Because I know I am. And again, let me know what you think. I'm really excited to see what goes in the exclusive box. I really do think it's going to be the pig. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Have a lovely morning, day and night wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next Reanimal theory video. Bye!